even Beyonce, even Dwayne Johnson, even Stefani Germanotta needed to show up as Sasha Fierce, The Rock, and Lady Gaga for them to truly make it in the entertainment industry. Who do you need to show up as for you to make it in your industry? Angel Doves, good morning. I am very excited because today we are talking all things identity shifting, and who better to learn how to identity shift than somebody who studied method acting. So that's right. You see, I went to drama school, and at drama school, I did get something out of it. I got method acting techniques, and I have used method acting techniques in my own career and in my clients' careers, and I have worked with big major celebrities, helping them develop personas, on-stage personas, them performance directing them to step into different characters using these method acting techniques. And now I want to share them with you, because if you are sitting at a stage in your life where you are feeling like you want things to be different, but you don't really know what to change, how to change, things are feeling pretty stagnant, I'm going to give you the formula to shift your identity, become the person you always dreamed of being, using method acting and comedy techniques, people. So this is going to be really fun. It's a really exciting and just such a fun process to be able to embody a character, to become a character, and that character is actually the highest version of yourself. So if you are looking to get unstuck and do it in a really fun way, you have joined the right live, baby, because today we are going to be discussing how do we identity shift using method acting techniques, using my proven formula. And this formula is my scene formula. So I also want to talk about the energy and what is going on in the world today. So for those of you who know, I am obsessed, a little bit obsessed with astrology, astrocartography, all things that are going on in the world, esoteric energy. I'm into that stuff. And today, for those of you who follow astrology, it is the Jupiter Kazemi, which means it is the luckiest day of the year, which is why I wanted to actually focus on manifesting using this identity shifting technique. So if that is your vibe, I want you to use this formula for that. To manifest the life of your dreams and to become the person you dream of being, even before you believe it's possible for yourself. So, yay. So I want you to think of today as if we are in method acting class. Okay? So we are really going to create a character, all right, that is someone different from ourselves and lives outside of ourselves. And then we're going to learn how to embody that character, okay? As if we were Daniel Day-Lewis in My Left Foot. I mean, maybe something not as depressing, but all his bloody movies are depressing. But I want us to embody an identity shift into the highest version of ourselves, okay? Using these method acting techniques. All right, so this is going to be fun. If you are taking notes, now is the time to get that pen and paper ready, because I'm going to go through my unique proprietary framework, and I call it the scene framework, okay? The identity shifting framework using method acting techniques. And we start off with S, the S for scene. This is for script your character. So I want you to define your ideal self, your higher self, as if it were a role that you have been cast in. So I want you to answer these questions. Who is your future self? What do they believe, wear, eat, say? What's their energy when they walk into a room? What are their daily habits? So our exercise around defining this ideal character is, can we write down a character breakdown as if we were receiving a casting sheet from a casting director, which includes the traits, the habits, okay, the mindset, the lifestyle, and go into as much detail as possible. And Angel Doves, you know how I feel about AI. Get AI to write the bloody thing for you, okay? But really, I want you to just really deep delve into defining who this highest version of yourself is, as if you were writing a character bio. Okay? The next one is C, is connect to their core. Now we're going to understand their inner world, the motivations, their fears, their desires. And you're going to answer these questions. What drives this version of them or of you? What limiting beliefs have they overcome to get to where they are? And what do they care deeply about? The exercise around the C here is to journal your ideal self. I used to believe this thing, but now I believe that thing. Okay, so the S for seen deals with the outer world of the character, and the C in seen deals with the inner world of the character. So you are now deep delving into your ideal self as if they were a character. You're defining the outer world, you're defining the inner world. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, once we have defined this and we've used ChatGPT to help us if we needed to, now it's about becoming that character, embodying that character. So the E stands for embodying the energy of the character. Now we start to work on how we shift our physicality, our voice, our presence to match our future self, to match our ideal self. How do they speak? How do they breathe? What's their posture? What's their pace, their tone, their eye contact like? Okay, so the exercise here is recording a short video as your ideal self, introducing yourself to yourself. And please, for those of you who are like, I can't record myself and I can't watch myself back, this is for you. Nobody else is going to bloody see it, okay? So record yourself in a short video where you're introducing yourself as your ideal self. You've taken on the physicality, you've taken on the vocality, you've taken on the mind shift, the mentality, okay? And you're speaking as your ideal self, introducing yourself to the world. You're not introducing yourself to the world, it's just for you, okay? But your short video is as if you're introducing yourself to the world, okay? The N stands for normalizing the narrative. How do you make this identity part of your daily life through repetition, through rehearsal? Okay? I want you to start behaving as if, even in small ways, as if you were this version of yourself. Okay, you can use anchor routines. In NLP, they call it anchoring, okay, which is like morning rituals, affirmations, mirror work to start embodying this character and becoming this ideal version of yourself, okay? I want you to now get to a point where we normalize the narrative, where you are allowing people around you to see this new version of yourself. So you start slowly showing up as her, okay, or him or whoever. Okay. And I want you to start off slowly. Start with like micro actions. Start by like picking one moment each and every day when you are first of all by yourself, but then when you are in public, where you can fully step into character. I don't care if it is purchasing groceries at Tesco, okay, whatever it is. I want it to be one moment each and every day where you can show up fully as the Sasha Fierce to your Beyonce. So you are going to be buying that loaf of bread as if you were your Sasha Fierce. All right? There's so many people who have joined us. Hello, Tals. Hello, Danny. Hello, Tuma. Hello, Denisha. Hello, Sally. Hello, welcome, welcome, okay? The E, the final E in the scene, okay, in the scene framework stands for expand the edges. Now, what do we mean by expand the edges? I want you to move beyond your comfort zone, okay? And I want you to start to embody this character, embody this role as often, and embody these habits as permanently as humanly possible. So I want you to start saying yes. The way we do this is I want you to start saying yes to things that your old self would usually avoid, okay? For those of you who are fans of Jesse Itzler, I have seen him I'm big fans, but like lately I've been going down a Jesse Itzler wormhole, and he's like this fantastic entrepreneur. He's, made billions and exited 5 companies. And he basically speaks about having a misogi. Now, a misogi is an old Japanese concept, which is a year-defining ritual or year-defining adventure that lets you know that when you look back on that year, that is the year that you achieved that thing or you did that thing. Okay. And it is hairy and audacious and scary and out of your comfort zone. So for me, if I look back, 2020, I entered a beauty contest. Okay. I entered a beauty contest. It was part of my misogi. I was like, I am done feeling this body dysmorphia. Not easiest, but what is a really big way I can get over body dysmorphia? Oh, I know, I'm going to enter Mrs. South Africa. And I entered a beauty contest. Okay, so that was my misogi. And each year since then, I've had a misogi. I've had a year-defining thing that allows me to look back and say, that year I achieved that thing that expanded my edges, that allowed me to grow to a point that defined that entire year for me. So finally, when we are embodying the best version of ourselves, I want you to really see what actions you can take to expand your edges. What actions, massive actions, can you take that align with your new identity, that your old person or old identity would never do? Okay, so what if we were thinking from Beyonce's point of view, what would Sasha Fierce do that Beyonce would never do? Sasha Fierce would get on stage in front of hundreds of thousands of people and perform her heart out, and Beyonce could pull on Sasha Fierce's energy when she couldn't show up as Beyonce. Okay, so I want you to be able to use this to show up as the best version of you as well. Okay, now when fear comes up, I want you, because fear will come up because you're playing a character. This feels uncertain. You're so used to playing small and playing a version of yourself who doesn't do these things, okay? That when fear comes up, I want you to stop yourself in your tracks, take a deep breath and say, what would the future version of me do? Okay, our exercise for this section to get things started, okay, and get us on our road to becoming our ideal self and showing up as our ideal self. I want you to start, if you can't enroll for a misogi, which is a year-defining quest, I want you to start with a brave act for the week that is aligned with your future self. What is some massive action that you can take today, that you can take this week, that is out of your comfort zone? It may be going live on socials. It may be putting yourself out there. It may be signing up to that comedy class. It may be signing up and performing your first 5 minutes of stand-up. Whatever it is, what can you do to have a brave act of the week and then repeat this behavior, these habits, this mentality, this physicality as often as possible? And I'm talking about on the daily, using these new routines, habits, and anchors that we have implemented. This is so powerful. This is so powerful. I have used this in my own career to show up when I've needed to show up for myself, when I have needed to, I've walked on hot coals, I have given birth, I have performed in front of thousands of people, and I entered a beauty contest and walked a runway in a see-through white bikini with my cellulite hanging out. What in the world can I not do? Okay? And in those moments where I've felt the fear, I've needed to show up as the version of me, the highest version of me, the ideal self me that does these things, that is fearless, that takes massive action. So if you are sitting in a situation today where you are feeling like you are not strong enough, you are not good enough, and you do not have the energy to show up as the best version of yourself, I want you to identity shift and become the best version of yourself. Angel Doves, this exercise, this formula is really fun if you implement it with a winning mindset and you implement it as if you were taking on this character and you have been cast in the role of your dreams. So I want you to really have fun with this. I also want you to let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments if how this exercise has changed you. Okay? I love hearing back and seeing the feedback from you guys and from doing this particular exercise and this particular training with students of mine. I love hearing back the transformations and what they have been able to achieve and how they have gone from no confidence to being incredibly brave and stepping out of their comfort zones and doing and achieving more than they ever dreamed possible. Angel Doves, today is the Jupiter Kazemi. It is the most powerful day in terms of manifestation. It's the luckiest day of the year. I want you to go out there. I want you to manifest your ideal self using these comedy techniques, using these method acting techniques. For those of you who are looking to really delve deeper and really go deep into this sort of training, I want you to sign up for our challenge, and I want you to sign up for our VIP backstage pass to our challenge, because you are going to get an extra bonus day of training where I'm going to teach you how to work with AI to become the highest version of yourself, okay? And teach you why AI is not cheating and how if you don't implement it like today, you're going to get left behind. I'm also going to give you access to my comedy app, which is like your comedy career toolkit in your pocket. I haven't seen any other product out there on the market like this, and I'm going to be launching it at this challenge. So sign up for the challenge today. I will put the links where I got to put the links. Share this identity shifting framework with somebody who needs to show up as the Sasha Fierce in their life. Somebody who needs to go from Dwayne Johnson to The Rock, baby. Okay, share it with them, and hopefully we can touch as many lives as possible with this training. Angel Doves, until tomorrow, remember to stay hilarious.